One of the biggest lessons I've ever learned in life is learn from others' mistakes. My real estate journey has taken me way longer because I made so many mistakes along the way. Yes, there were mentors. Yes, that I have teachers pouring into me, giving me advice on what to do. But it was very difficult at the time when you're the first one to interject into a market, into an industry. One of the biggest things I can help you guys with is learn from my mistakes. Your wholesaling career will be so much faster if you're take some of the teachings that I've been giving and actually implement it into your industry and into your business. It will help you speed up your process to your first deals and will speed up your process significantly. In today's video, I am sharing with you the worst advice I have ever been giving in wholesaling real estate. And when I learned how this was the wrong thing to do, it changed my business. Let's just jump right into today's video. Before we go any further in this video, please subscribe to this channel, like this video so it can get out to more people who want this same kind of content. And I hope you guys are enjoying this. Leave me a comment down below what videos you guys want to see and what interests you and what advice that you want to hear from me. Let's jump into today's video. The number one thing that I heard across so many wholesalers was basically to lie. To lie about a lot of things when you get onto the field. To lie about a lot of things on these phone calls, on the text, wherever else. I'm telling you countless different types of lies. I don't want to go into every lie, but there are so many lies that wholesalers are telling you to do in order to get your deals and get your business going. No, no, no. The best way to actually leverage and actually gain trust with these sellers and these buyers and grow in your industry is to be honest. People can honestly smell when you're lying. And you don't want that. That's going to come across to many people that you're not someone full of integrity. You're not someone that actually wants to do good for me. If I'm the seller or the buyer, jump into this industry is be honest. You have to make sure that you're sticking to who you are and your character. Don't be fooled. Don't be looking so much for the money and after so many other things that you allow your integrity to go down. You don't want that. The long game is way better than trying to get a small or quick win. Make sure that you're leveraging who you are and who you are at your core. Be a person that somebody wants to trust with everything, right? And that gets you the dollar signs. Trust and honesty gets you the dollar signs, nothing else. I have 4 ways that I believe that will help you build confidence and not feeling like you have to lie on these phone calls and these texts, whatever marketing technique you're doing. Number 1 is make sure you set up a business behind you. Don't call these sellers with just you. Call these sellers with a business backing you. Set up an LLC, your business with your state, wherever it may be. That doesn't mean you can't do business out of state. Just set up an LLC. It's so important because first of all, that will tell you as an individual that you are credited. It will give you more confidence. I promise you that. When you're backing with a business and when you call these sellers, you can say, instead of saying your name, you can say, I'm with this business and this is your business. It's going to give you so much more leverage and it's going to make you more confident into going into these phone calls. So set up your LLC. If you guys need help setting up a business, send me an email. I'll put my email down below and leave me a comment and I'll definitely do another video on how you can set up your business. Send me an email and I'll help you set up your business for very, very low cost. Okay. All about on this channel is helping you grow and not trying to just take money. Okay. I'm not going to make billions of dollars just trying to get you guys to do something. No, God has blessed me with this information and I'm giving it to you guys. So if you need any kind of information, send me an email. I'll be happy to give you a free phone call and break down everything. And if we have to move to another step as setting a business or whatever, it'll be a small fee. But trust me, I promise you, I'm not trying to make money off of all of you guys. just trying to help you guys leverage how you can be a better person and how you can be better financially. That's it. And so let's just keep going on to my second tip. Is educate yourself. Most of the time, the reason why we lie is because we're sometimes uneducated in an area. So if we're going on to these phone calls, and you guys heard me speak about this so many times because I truly believe it's the bread and butter to your growing business, is educating yourself on your market, educating yourself on your industry, educating on yourself on how sellers think, how buyers think, how you as a wholesaler should think, because you're going to be introduced and being doing JV deals with other wholesalers. So you want to learn all of that. You want to read books. You want to make sure you get on phone calls. Every no has gotten you closer to a yes. And every no has made you a better cold caller, a better wholesaler, a better real estate investor, a better businesswoman or man. It has made you a better individual. There's so many techniques I've learned out of myself, and I actually use it in my day-to-day life. As a wife, as a mother, as a friend, as a daughter, I've used it in every area of my life. So education is not just for one avenue. This can be across all avenues, and it will take you further. And when you're talking to these sellers, you actually have things to back up what you're saying. When they ask you a question, you have something to give to them. When they ask you, well, how much do you think my house can sell for? You actually know your market, and you can give them a rough estimate. All of these things will help you build credibility and integrity with your seller. So make sure you're educating yourself as you're making these phone calls. Prior to making these phone calls, spend a day. If you guys would like the schedule on how I break down my week wholesaling and being a real estate investor, let me know in the comments. I'll definitely create a video on showing you guys how I break down my schedule for the week and where I fit in educating myself, how I stay up to date with my market and what I'm doing. So let me know if you guys want that. Leave me a comment, send me an email. Would love to engage with you guys. Before we go to the third tip, subscribe to this channel and like this video just to get this information out there and more people who want to hear this information. My third tip, whatever you do, do not lie. If you do not know something, just tell the seller, oh, I'm actually not sure with that. Let me get back to you. Tell the buyer, you know what, let me review that information again and I'll get back to you. Get back to you, it will be your favorite line. Because now somebody can trust you. You don't know something and you're not going to lie about it. Now you're going to actually come back to them with a more factual thing. Instead of you gave them something and then you went to go fact check and then you came back and said, sorry, what I said to you was wrong, but this is what's right. All that can make you discredited. So we don't want any of that. Just say, I will get back to you. Let me check in on that. Let me double check that. Let me do this. Make sure you're keeping yourself as high as possible in front of these sellers, buyers, individuals, even companies, corporations that you're going to be working with alongside, because you're going to be working with insurance, lawyers, everyone, because they're all part of this real estate industry. So you need to connect with everyone. And in order to do so, you do not want to lie. In any instance, don't give yourself a green card to lie. This is a business full of integrity. People, you're dealing with people's homes. Don't do that. Don't make these phone calls and say to these sellers, oh, I am someone that's going to buy your house, when you know you're not going to buy their house. Instead of saying, I'm going to be this person buying this house. If you're not, don't do that. Don't do that. And you know who you're not going to be doing it. So what you can say is, I have a partner that I will be working with. But let me see and I'll get back to you if this is something that will work for us. Because now you're actually will be working with a partner. You're having a buyer. This is normal transactions. You have now a buyer and that is your partner. Because majority of the time that turns into a partnership. Countless deals with me and my husband where we have made now countless partnerships just because of the end results. Getting from seller to buyer. And these partnerships have lasted up until making deals for just real estate in general, for buy and hold properties. So that is not a lie. But what is a lie is telling them you're going to buy the property when you're not and you know you're going to wholesale. Okay? Don't do that. Okay? We want integrity to be at the all-time high. If you ever get backed into a wall and you feel like you have to say something, these sellers ask you something, you don't know what to say, just say, please, I will be calling you right back in about 5 minutes. That's it. You don't need to tell them why you're going to call them back or this and that. Just say, I will call you back in 5 minutes. I have to run for a second. Then you go do what you have to do and call them back. But don't say anything you're not sure of or you don't know, and don't lie about something. Fourth way to build your confidence is don't make promises you cannot keep. Okay, that kind of ties into don't lie about anything, but don't make promises to these sellers. I will sell your house. I will find this. I will do this. This will statement means that you're going to come through for them. And when they see you as, oh my God, this realtor, I'm working with this realtor, a real estate investor, and they're going to make it happen. Yes, you want them to feel like you're gonna make it happen, but you have to actually have a plan to do so. If you don't, you're going to go down. You're gonna fall into a system where this person, if you didn't actually work it out for them, they're gonna tell everyone they know. And you're not gonna be able to push along your business. You're actually gonna be getting talked about in a bad way. So make sure when you're talking to people, you don't give promises you can't keep. The biggest thing you can do is continue to keep your integrity as high as possible. And when you do that, you will be able to find everything that you need to do within this industry. And trust me, it gets so much easier when you actually educate yourself, like I told you in tip number 2. Because now you're coming with education and backup. And you're coming with experience from these phone calls that you've been making, and you've learned different ways to talk to sellers and buyers. You're coming with how to approach every situation, which is amazing. And if you don't know something, tell them you don't know. It's okay. No one in this world is perfect, and we know that. So it's okay if you don't know something. Go back, fact check it, and come back and give me an answer. I hope you guys got some information from this content. Number one thing I keep hearing from wholesalers is the idea to lie. And we do not want that. We're not about that. As we try to prolong to be better individuals and humans in this world, we don't want to lie for everything. And especially, you don't want your job to be a lie. So continue to do what you're supposed to do in this life and be the person you're supposed to be, full of character. Okay? And when you approach these sellers and buyers, just show them that. If you guys like this video, then hit that like button, subscribe to this channel if you want to see more of this kind of content, and share with a friend. If they need any kind of inspiration on how to get better in real estate or in business in general, this will also work for them. I will be doing my next video on my best advice that I was given and how it actually skyrocketed my business. Take a look in my playlist, in my wholesale real estate playlist. Take a look of all the videos I have, and have a blessed one. See you guys later.